Hi, this is Taurus McBride, and I'm here with my friend and former student, Patrick Paul. So, you got a job, right?
Start? Yeah, I got a job.
Starting when?
Starting Monday
Okay.
as a watch engineer position.
Congratulations.
In downtown Brooklyn. First they called me for a phone interview, and then they called me for an interview, and then they called me back for a third interview. And then they got back to me. They told me I got the job. I could start on Monday.
So when you went to the phone interview, was it just one person you were speaking to?
It was two people.
It was two people.
Yeah.
What were their positions?
One was a foreman. Both of them was foremen. And then when I went for the interview, I met with assistant chief, the foreman. It was 5 people in that room that day for the first interview.
How was that? How did that feel?
I mean, like you told me, it's good that I go to previous interviews. That way I don't get uncomfortable with the questions they throw at me.
Yeah.
So after my 6th or 7th interview, when I'm sitting in front of them, I felt confident. I didn't stutter. Every questions they asked me, I had an answer to give them back. And they was quietly impressed by the experience I had. So that's why they said, okay, we're going to review it, and then we'll call you back for additional interview. In the last interview I went to, I just met with the general manager. It was just a one-on-one.
So did they tell you how the position became available? Did somebody leave or?
Yes, a couple of guys retired, and they also looking to advance and open more positions for more engineers.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you called me after every interview, probably before every interview.
Every interview.
And I constantly told you, like, you have to interview.
Yes.
You have to interview.
Yeah.
And don't go into it looking like this is going to be the job. Like, that's the mistake. Like you were saying, by the last interview, you were relaxed because that first interview, like your heart is probably beating in your chest, right?
The first interview was funny because it was I applied online, and the guy called me back immediately, and that job was really like 10 minutes away from my house. And then he on my email it says fixing laundry machines. I was like, laundry machines? I was just like, and I listened to you. He was like, just go in there. You never know what it is. I was like, okay, I'll show up Thursday. So I went there, and the chief came down, introduced himself, and then he's like, let me give you a tour. I was like, okay. So he started giving me a tour, and he started telling me what the job's about. As soon as he opened the door, and I'm looking, I'm like, wow. I see a whole bunch of conveyors. I see steam. I seen the 2 big Cleaverbrook boilers. I'm like, what's going on here? And the guy's laughing. He was like, oh, you thought you was just going to, like, fix laundry machines. There's more to this, you know? And then comes out, it's a linen cleaning company. Like, they basically, like, dry clean and press the uniforms for the hospital, the bed sheets, and the tablecloths. And also, that's a high pressure steam. They create their own steam. But this job was in Long Island, so Long Island don't count as steam. In order for you to get your steam time, you have to
5 barrels.
5 barrels. And then the pay wasn't that great. It was very, very low, and I was like, oh man.
So what do you consider low?
Low was 20 an hour, and then it was it was 11-hour shift every day, 6 days a week.
So how many interviews did you do before that feeling went away?
Before the laundry one?
No, before the feeling.
After, I would say after 7. I was feeling a little bit comfortable, a little bit relaxed, smiling a little bit more. I got a lot of confidence after the 6th, 7th interview, and then also all the other license I had. Now jobs looking at me like, oh man, you well overqualified. Now they telling me like, we can't give you the type of money you're looking for.
I remember you had some frustrations after a while about whether or not it was actually going to happen for you.
Yeah, because, as soon as you get this license, you're excited and you want a job right away. And it kind of don't work like that. Some people get lucky. They get a job immediately.
Yeah.
But It took me a while to get the job that I was looking for. It was a real good job. I went to. The interview went well,
wow. Okay.
very well. So I always ask every time I go to any interview, what happened to the last guy? Why did he leave a good company like this? And he told me management came on board and they changed everybody's schedule. One day he came to work, he told the chief, I gotta talk to you. And he's like, okay. And he came, he resigned on the spot. He said, listen, this hour won't work for my family. See, a lot of people think, okay, I'm gonna get this job. It's gonna be a Monday to Friday. I just want my weekends off. It don't work like that. Sometimes I don't work nights. I don't work holidays. Sometimes I gotta cut my vacation short because it's not enough coverage. Like all that factors in. Like that's the part of being the engineer that you are. They pay you that type of money for your availability, and a lot of people can't handle certain pressure. And there's a lot of jobs that also is a lot of overtime that's available. And a lot of guys in the beginning, they like, yeah, I could do it. But physically, we all could do it. But mentally, start breaking you down to the point you're like, I can't do this job. I need something with less overtime.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I have friends that they work maybe 1,200 to 1,100 hours a year in overtime, and they always constantly complaining.
I think you used to be one of those guys,
I was
right?
one
You
of
used
those
to-
guys.
People focus on the money,
Right.
but that money comes at a price.
They
It
pay you
comes
that
at-
money for a reason. It's a reason why they pay you these six figures. It's because, okay, we want to put you on board. We're going to hire you. We don't want you to call the facility manager or the landlord. This is why we paying you X amount of dollars so you could be here. When there's a problem, you have to be there, and you have to think fast, and you have to solve it right away.